Struggling to boost your grades? Want to turn your average assignment into high distinctions? You are in the right place. Hey everyone, welcome back to a student helpline. In this video, we are breaking down exactly how to write an academic assignment. And we are not stopping there. We will walk you through the correct structure for any academic assignment, different types of assignment and how to approach them. A full breakdown of a 2000 word assignment including a before and after comparison. A quick look at a 3000 word case study. What to double check before submitting, and finally some expert tips and tools. Before we start real assignment review, let's quickly go over the basic structure of any academic assignment. So first comes title page, includes the assignment title, your name, student ID, course and submission date. Then comes the introduction, gives background and clearly state your main arguments. Then comes the main body, the core section with the detail points, evidence and in-text citations. Then conclusion, summarize everything without adding new information. Then comes the very important part, referencing a properly formatted list of all the sources that you have used. Once this structure is in place, you are ready to write and more importantly, review it the right way. Now let's talk about the types of assignments you usually get. First is short essays or discussion posts. They are usually 1000 to 1500 words. Then comes standard assignments from 2000 to 2500 words like case studies, reflective essays and theoretical reports. Then comes long form assignments like research proposals or reflective or business reports. They are usually 3000 or more than 3000 words. Let's get into the review of a 2000 word assignment. We will also put that on the screen so you'll see how it looks like. So before we show you the expert solution, let's quickly break down what the assignment is actually asking for. This is a 2000 word nursing care plan where you have to pick one case study among the given in the brief, either Peter Mills or Aisha Khan. What this assignment requires is identify two clinical problems, create SMART goals for each of them, propose evidence-based interventions, detail how you will measure outcomes, and then reflect on broader impacts like failure to rescue and references. It will have APA 7 references, minimum 9 high quality references. For each identified problem, you need to create one SMART goal, meaning it should be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Now let's take a look at the initial version of the assignment, the one that was submitted before expert improvements. The assignment is based on the case of Aisha Khan, a 55-year-old patient admitted with severe hypoglycemia who later developed hypotension, bradycardia, and reduced consciousness. The assignment does a good job of following the expected structure as per the brief. It identifies two priority problems. It includes SMART goals. Interventions and evaluation are present with the clear links to SMART goals and showing practical actions support goal achievement and patient recovery. And in-text citations and references are also included in APA format. At a glance, the student clearly understood the task. The foundation is solid, the case is correctly interpreted, and the key sections are all covered. But where did it fall short? The clinical points are relevant, but the explanations remain fairly general. The student highlights the symptoms and problems well, but doesn't explore them in much clinical details. For example, how the body responds to hypoglycemia or dehydration. The SMART goals are present and they show awareness of the format. However, some of the wording feels open-ended. Terms like save blood glucose are used, but exact targets or timelines could make the goal more precise, and they lack patients' specific baselines like previous glucose patterns, typically BP ranges for Aisha. The intervention listed are appropriate, such as IV glucose administration and fluid resuscitation. However, there is a lack of deeper explanation on how these directly support the specific SMART goals. The assignment should clarify how each intervention contributes to achieving the set targets. For example, how IV glucose help maintain BGL between 5.0 to 7.0 millimoles per liter and link them more clearly to evidence-based practice. The evaluation strategies are lightly touched on. The assignment includes intended outcomes but doesn't always link them back to specific monitoring tools or time frames. And in terms of writing style, the tone is mostly descriptive. It communicates the plan but could not benefit from stronger academic expression and smoother transition between sections. And there is no nursing diagnosis label. Like, priority problems are identified, but actual nursing diagnosis statements are missing, which are standard in nursing care plans. So overall, this version shows good understanding and structure. It's a strong starting point, one that meets the basic assignment requirements, but with a little more depth, clinical reasoning, and academic polish, it has the potential to go from good to great. So now you have seen how a standard 2000 word assignment is structured, from the introduction to the conclusion to how formatting plays a role. This is what a clean academic assignment looks like. But here's the real question. Is this enough to get you HD grades? A well-structured assignment is just the starting point. But is it the best it can be? Let's now take a look at an assignment crafted by the student helpline, the kind of assignment that screams top grades. So here's what changes after the expert steps in. Stronger link between interventions and SMART goals. The revised version clearly explains how each intervention directly supports the SMART goal, particularly regarding glucose correction and hemodynamic stability, aligning with evidence-based practice. Addition of healthcare system impact. A new section has been added discussing the broader impact of failure to rescue on the healthcare system, including increased hospital workload, legal and ethical concerns, reputational damage. So this section now meets the comment asking for evidence supported system level consequences. Now the justifications are clearer for interventions. So now you can see justifications are now more explicitly connected to interventions like IV glucose or ECG monitoring, to clinical goals and outcomes, showing why they are necessary for Aisha's recovery. And in this version, specificity is also improved, like evaluation methods and strategies now include quantifiable indicators like urine output, capillary refill time, and GCS tracking, aligning with all the SMART goals. Now let's talk about the cohesive structure and referencing. This assignment follows the required format, like priority problems are identified, SMART goals are presented, and intervention and evaluations are well linked and referenced in correct APA format with recent and relevant sources. This expert version not only improves the content, it elevates the entire presentation and academically quality of the work. Want to know the same high scoring structure? Here's how the revised version distributes its content. First is introduction, which is of 180 words, around 9%. Then comes priority problems, which is of 390 words, around 19%. Then comes the SMART goals, which is of 230 words, around 11%. Then nursing interventions, which is of 730 words, around 35 to 36%. Then comes evaluation and outcomes, which is of 360 words, around 17 to 18%. Then comes failure to rescue impact, which is of 270 words, around 13%. Then the conclusion part, which is of 190 words, around 9 to 10%. So this breakdown ensures the assignment is not only detailed but also balanced, making it easier to write and easier to mark. This is the level of writing that gets noticed and gets you rewarded. So now let's take a quick look at a more detailed academic task, which is a 3000 word case study. So let's look at the assignment brief first. This assignment focuses on language and literacy development in children aged from 0 to 5 years. Students are asked to create an information booklet for new early learning center staff designed to help them explain language development to parents. So this assignment requires maximum of 3000 words, excluding references and appendices. Referencing should be in APA format with at least 10 academic sources. Data should be come from observations, interviews, photos, transcriptions, and from at least 3 families. The format should be in booklet style, clear sections and visuals, and real case studies. And the goal is to show how daily routines, play, and interaction shape language learning. While we won't break it down in details, here's a brief overview of the solution created by the student helpline. It has an engaging introduction that clearly sets the stage for readers. And the structured content is divided into themed section like music and movements, sensory play, and phonological awareness. It has real case studies, children using new words during play, engaging in storytelling, role playing, doctor visits, and more. The academic integration has a strong use of research to support practical observations. And the visuals and layouts includes sample drawings, activity photos, and observation transcripts. The referencing is APA referencing used throughout, and a detailed list of referencing is at the end. Overall, this assignment is a great example of how to combine research, data collection, and real life application into one compelling academic product. Then there are some tools for references like Cite This For Me, Mendeley, and Zotero. And lastly, the student helpline. From brainstorming to submission, we help you with choosing a relevant and high scoring topic, brainstorming and outlining your ideas, writing your assignment from scratch or improving your draft, research and finding credible academic sources, whether it's a short essay, a nursing care plan, a case study, or even a dissertation. We have got your back in every step of the way. Your assignment will be delivered to you on time, plagiarism free, and ready to submit. From short essays to full dissertation, we have got you covered with quality and confidentiality. Hope this video made assignments a little less scary and a lot more doable. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your questions or doubts in the comments. We are always here to help. And hey, if you're running out of time, stuck on a topic, or just want expert level work, visit the studenthelpline.io for the best academic support out there. You can also check out some sample assignments on the website to see what a well-structured assignment really looks like. Because remember, a great assignment isn't just about writing it, it's about writing it right. Catch you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.